Stacey Kick, your host for What's Hot, and we will not today.
Stacey, love you, baby.
What's hot? Gang shit.
Come on, get burnt with you.
It's your girl Stacey Cake, your host for What's Hot, and today I am here with Sharron from Netflix's Too Hot to Handle. You know, it was only right that I had you here because it's What's Hot, you know, too hot to handle, not to be corny or anything, but...
Thank you for having me, Stacey. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
No problem. So, just first, I wanted to check in with you and see how everything has been going as far as like being in quarantine and everything like that, because I know everyone's stuck in a house.
So actually, I'm actually doing well. Here in quarantine, just working on a few things. It was great. It's a great time for the show to air, which it came as a surprise to all of us. So I can't really complain. I mean, I've been getting a lot of great feedback. So that's going well. But yeah, it's actually like a kind of, it's like we're living back in our old times, like back at the retreat. It's kind of like those times again,
right?
With us being in quarantine, not being able to be around people or having physical touch or anything like that. So it's ironic is that our show was aired during a time where the whole world is kind of going through those same situations.
Yeah, like definitely like perfect timing, like a big coincidence.
Yeah, perfect timing, right?
Yeah. What have you been doing like since the show, like just in like your everyday life? Like, what's the life like for Sharron?
Cool. So day to day, I work with children with autism. I'm also a high school wrestling coach at another local high school. I'm a personal trainer, and I was doing something hectic after the show. Prior leading up to the show, I was doing the same thing, but I'm the main breadwinner of my family. My mom was a single parent of 6 boys. So right now, and I was the second to the youngest. So I was doing, like, since the show, I've been taking care of my mom, taking care of my little brother, and all of that good stuff, and it just never stopped. Like, so I had a little break when I went to the film at the retreat, but then when I came back, it was like back to reality.
Like full-fledged, yeah.
Yeah, full-fledged. So, I mean, it's been cool. And now it's kind of like, with this quarantine, it's kind of giving me another little break that I needed. Because, I mean, it can be stressful. I lost my grandma passed away a little bit ago from breast cancer. So it's been a lot of different emotions with everything in my family. So it's just a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about your grandmother.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I love that, like, you're actually, like, you had, like, a very meaningful career, like, kind of outside of reality TV, because I think people get that, you know, misconception with, like, people that they see on TV or in the media. So, was it your first time doing something like that with, like, Too Hot to Handle?
So Too Hot to Handle, unfortunately, wasn't my first time doing something like that. I previously went on a show for MTV called Undressed.
Oh, okay.
And essentially, it was literally what the title said, Undressed. I got undressed, and I went on the date in my underwear, which was cool. It was different, but nonetheless, it was cool. And I've done other projects. I've been on Shea Butter Baby, Ari Lennox, and J. Cole's track. I've done a few other music videos. And this was like probably far one of the biggest projects I've been a part of. And obviously it was one of the most life-changing projects I've been a part of as well. So I've done other smaller projects, but yeah, this is definitely by far like a reach. It was a reach.
Yeah. So, like, what was interesting to me, like, when the show first started, I think it was the first episode, you kind of talked to David. No, it was Kels. When Kels came in, you kind of made a comment like, "Oh, I thought I was going to be the only black guy on the show," and then it struck me when I watched it that, like, when Rhonda came in, that y'all, like, greeted each other immediately, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, it was just like the black people thing, like when we see each other, we like, hey, what's up, in the crowd.
Right.
But y'all, like, actually like made a connection, and I was like, oh, like, this is like really cool. So can you kind of just like talk about, was that something you expected, or was it just like the what's up like thing?
Nah, I mean, I think one thing, it was just, it's kind of like a culture shock. I mean, we're in a foreign place with, I mean, the first person I saw was Chloe, so like, kind of is like, and then Nicole was kind of, she was foreign as well. So when I saw somebody that really like was from like the U.S., I'm like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? And she was beautiful with that. So I'm like, dang, like I'm really like, I like, look, like, I got somebody else that I can kind of joke with that would get my sarcasm, because everybody sarcasm and jokes are different.
Definitely.
Where you're from. So I knew she was from the South. So I'm like, all right, like, we gonna vibe. And then, like I said, I did make a comment like I thought I was gonna be the only black person here when Kels came, and it was a shock, but nonetheless, it's different because I was also representing the U.S. as a black man. You
right.
understand? So it was a lot different. Like, although Kels came, he's from London. He's from the UK. So
he was foreign.
It was odd. Yeah, he's foreign. Right, he's foreign. So I mean, we going to click because we're both African American. But I mean, like I said, Rhonda, that was just like, yo, that's the beautiful black queen from where I'm from. You see what I'm saying? So I'm from the U.S. So we represent together. So it's like, yo, we obviously anywhere you go, you meet somebody that kind of you can relate to. You going click with them first. So. So yeah, like, so me and Rhonda, we hit it off from the start. And then Kels and I, like I said, him being a black man, one, it was just jokes. Like, yo, I thought I was going to be the only black guy.
Right.
I was the first guy. And I'm thinking nobody else is coming out. But then here come Wakanda, he come walking out. And it's like, yo. Like, so it was all jokes. But like I said, man, the cast overall was just amazing. But yeah, I mean, obviously I clicked with Rhonda first. And then I clicked with Kels. But everybody else, it just fell in line.
Cool. So I also noticed, like, one thing that shocked me, like, I thought you were going to have a bigger reaction when she revealed that she had a son on the show. I thought, like, because me and my boyfriend was watching it, and, like, we were on FaceTime watching it, and he was like,
y'all cute.
He was like, oh, he's out of there. When she said she had a son, he was like, oh, he gone. He out of there. So I was just like, I think we were both kind of shocked that you kind of, stuck around and was like, you was really cool about it. Not just only stuck around, because you might have been fine with that, but you were really, like, chill with, like, her revelation, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think part of that is because my mom was a single parent.
Okay.
And
yeah.
So my mom was a single parent, so it was like, I would never knock a single. I got the utmost respect for women and then for parents at that. So when she told me she was a parent, I mean, it wasn't really too shocking because, like, some of the quality and traits that she possessed were things that I knew my mom, you see what I'm saying? Like, my mom possessed. And it was only right, like how understanding she was, how patient she was, how, like, everything. She was just so nurturing she was. It was just like, so when she told me she was a parent, it was like, it wasn't really much of a surprise. You see what I'm saying? Because these are qualities you need to be a parent, to be a great parent. You see what I'm saying? So like, when she told me that, it was just like, oh, all right, like, I understood. It took me back a little bit because it was like the first time I was hearing about it.
Right.
But I was like, I'm like, cool, I can't, like, that's her life. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's a parent, and what am I going to do? Like, it's a package deal. Like, if I'm accepting her, I got to accept the kid at the same time. So, like I said, it's nothing against it's nothing against parents at all. Like, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I got respect for those who are. You see what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what I was more thinking was going to bother you was that she didn't, like, reveal it right away. Because, like, I know, because reality shows are, like, filmed in, like, a time-sensitive setting, and it kind of, like, rushes the connection. Like, I thought maybe you were going to feel like, oh, why didn't you tell me this, like, on day 2 of us being here or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, and I think we all have baggage. We all come with our own baggage, and we can't really we can't put a timeline or when somebody feels it's the right time. You understand? Like, I had baggage that I didn't come to her with until later on, probably. You see what I'm saying? That she could have easily said the same thing. Like, well, why didn't you tell me that day one? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it's just, like I said, everybody feels comfortable at that time, and they're gonna go and they're gonna handle things on their own accord and on their own timeline. So, it's just the fact that she told me, I appreciated that. You see what I'm saying? Like, she didn't have to tell me.
Right.
There's some people that out here that got kids that talk to men and they don't know for months. So I'm like, yo, like, I can't knock her for what she told me. But like I said, I appreciate her telling me, and for her to open up and allow me to meet her son on FaceTime. Like, one, that showed how much faith she had in me and how much she valued who I was as a person. And it also showed how much she valued her son. You see what I'm saying? Like, her as a parent.
Right. And another situation that I was kind of surprised that smoothed over pretty easily was with you and David. So like y'all had the moment where you kind of confronted him about his situationship with Rhonda and everything, and I don't know. It just seemed like at the end y'all just dapped it up. It was like it's cool, like, and I'm like, yeah, like I feel like with the girls, like girls in general, it would not have went that smoothly. So I'm just like, is this a guy code thing? Like, can you kind of walk me through that moment?
So I mean, it was like I said after we had the conversation. After I had the conversation with David, it was a little bit apparent like. He wasn't in the wrong. I could take a lot of the blame because a lot of the fault for that because when I came in there, like I said, I was like, well, I don't see me being in a relationship, so I can't fault somebody else for seeing something or wanting something with somebody that I said I couldn't see anything with. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really feel like he was stepping on my toes in a sense. Like I felt like he was doing as he thought was right. Like, well, if he doesn't want anything, then why not? It's like me. And this may be it's like me throwing something away and getting mad because the next man went and picked it up. Right. If he sees value in it, why would I get mad if I said I didn't want it? You see what I'm saying? I no longer wanted it, so I can't be mad. So when you think about it with a rational mindset, it's like he did what anybody probably would do. But like for him to step back and be like, look, I'm going to let you, like, if you're going to take her serious, then I'm going to let you, like, proceed. I mean, I commend that. Like that was a real man thing to do. Like I said, but yeah, it was just like I think part of me. I think with the whole situation was I had a guard up. So although I'm telling her one thing, I'm fighting this inner voice. Like, so part of me is saying I don't want anything, or I'm telling her I don't want anything. But deep down inside, she was like, I started feeling a little weak spot for her, like already. You see what I'm saying? So I was trying to put up this persona in this front, like. Nah. But that's why I hit so hard when I see him cry. And I'm just like, man, if you don't go get, like, if I keep playing around and keep toying around and playing with her emotions, then she's not going to be there. You see what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people be like, oh, well, he didn't want her until David. No, it's just like I realized that if I didn't step up, eventually I was going to lose something that could have been good. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's when it all started clicking. It wasn't about, oh, I wanted her when David had her or once David went for her. It's just like, yo, I realized that. Yo, Sharron, if you want her or if you going, like, you gotta go get that nailed because if not, somebody else, like, she's beautiful. You see what I'm saying? She got a lot of great qualities. So if you don't go for it, somebody else will go for it. So that's when I decided I was gonna step up. And when I had that conversation with David, it just went so well because he was so understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like he was pointing fingers like, well, you didn't, you see what I'm saying? Because it could have easily went another way. Like, oh, well, I don't know what to tell you, bro, because now I'm in tour. You already had the chance, but he was understanding and he was a bro about it. So that's why it ended up the way it was. Like, if you see it, at first, I was pissed. I was like, when we first had that talk, I was like, yo, like, I'm ready to get Jersey on it. Like, I'm ready to start, you see what I'm saying? But you can only take it but so far when he's sitting there and he's trying to explain it to you, and it's like he trying to smile too. So it's like, yo, it's like there was no need to be upset. You see what I'm saying? It was just like miscommunication. And I always, like, loyalty is everything to me. Like, having all brothers, coming from a family with 5 other boys, it's like all I know is loyalty because we all we had. So there was no reason for me to hold, like, I don't really hold grudges. You see what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to friends and all that, like, I be trying to let things go. Like, talk about it, let things go. Especially when it comes to friends, because, you know, like, your boy's gonna be your boy's for life, whether Rhonda and I work it out or whatever. Like, and we never talk again, or your boys is always gonna be there. That's, you know, that's what they say. Like, your boy's always gonna be your boy, regardless of what happens with you and your girl. So yeah, it's a guy code. It's a guy code. So it was like we had to make it work because that was my boy. You see what I'm saying? From the start, David was my boy from the start. So to let something as small as that get in the way, you see what I'm saying, of possibly messing up a great friendship, like, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, and I think also too, like, I joke and I say, like, the guy code, but I think it was also like y'all both showed a lot of maturity, like, in that situation, to be able to, like, sit down and talk it out. Because, you know, like, on Love and Hip Hop, they would have been like, shh, During the cut, so I think that's the expectation a lot of people have when they watch shows like this too. And I'm so happy. I think like with this show and also like Love Is Blind, that element of like, oh, like the fist fight was out of it, and I think that really shows that like these people that are on these shows can be mature people and have conversations as well, and it still be entertaining.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think in watching a lot of reactions, like the bromance, that's a favorite part. Like everybody loves that part. Like you see what I'm saying? Like as people when we're in it, we don't see that. We just being us like that.
Right.
How I reacted is how I reacted. Like, but it was just how genuine he was and how you see what I'm saying? Like, and then at some point you gotta realize, like, I think that was a catalyst for me to realize that Rhonda really was you see what I'm saying? Like I really wanted her. You know
right.
Like seeing how I reacted and how I got mad at David for something as simple as crying, because when I'm watching, I'm looking at it like, why is this boy crying? Like, he got snot coming down his nose. Like, I'm just like, he's doing the most. But
right.
to see that, and you know how somebody can catch your reaction and see your face, and you don't really know, like, you making that face, like, when I'm watching myself back, I'm like, I must have really was already deep in, like,
you was like blacking.
Like, I must have already had emotions for, like, really that pretty significant emotions for me to look at him that way, because I was there like, looks could kill, my boy would have been dead. But I'm like, like it's crazy, but yeah, I mean that definitely that helped me and Rhonda's relationship, but that also helped David and I's relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like that was the turning point for I think the whole story, like the whole line, like everything. It helped me grow closer to David, and it helped me grow closer to Rhonda. So it was like a win-win.
So when it comes to Rhonda, I definitely wanted to know, like, I know you guys got to have the room alone, the suite alone for that one night, but was that like the temptiest moment? I call it temptiest, like the hottest moment y'all had together? Like where you was just like, oh, this is really hard, like we got to do something. Like, was that the like hottest moment or the temptiest moment, or was it like something else that wasn't shown? I
mean, no, I think every day around her was a temp. and she in a bikini all day. You like, like, wow. But I think that probably if I had to pick a moment. I mean, Shabari, that was a temptation because I'm tying her up. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, that was a little different feeling. But in terms of everything else, that probably was the most temptiest moment because we were alone. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we was gonna do anything, we didn't have no voices like to stop us, like or Kale's there counting, like, don't cost me money, like,
right.
So, if we really wanted to do anything, we could have did it and then face the consequences, which would have been just a deduction from Lana. Like, we could have faced those consequences later. So now that we in a room and it's like we can shower together, we can do anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was it. Like, you see what I'm saying? I was looking around feeling like the man for a minute. Like it started getting hot. Like, I was like, like, it's crazy. But I think I would have to say that was it because, like I said, there was nobody else to interfere. Like, anything we wanted to do, we had free room to do it.
And I said, y'all must was into something because what's her name? Lena was blinking, bleeping out the little actions that y'all said. I said, oh.
Yeah, we was just, man, look, we was building up the chemistry. Look, I don't know, man. Like I said, things could have been worse. Like, we like I said, I told her in the room, I said, I don't want to do this because I feel like I said, when I started to really open up to her, I knew that's when she was already doing it, like breaking through to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she already had me on my weak side. So I'm like, if I sleep with you, I'm going to put you in that same category I put everybody else in.
Right.
That I slept with, and I won't probably be able to look at you any more than just
what that was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I probably couldn't. We probably couldn't build off of that. Like, once, because it's just like, you like everybody else or anybody else I was up with. So it was just like that was big for me. Like I said, I'm a freak. So for me to tell her like, nah, we not. You see what I'm saying? Like, Like, yo, and I turned into a crybaby at the retreat. Like, I cried. I cried a couple times. I cried in the room that night.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, God, like, I was like, yo, like, I prayed, and I was just like, look, man, like, I'm trying to be better. And I said, like, I came in the retreat down here, and I was like, I'm not going, like, and this is the version of Sharron I came in at, and this is, like, the best Sharron, like, the whatever I could be. And I said, by me sleeping with you, like, I've made progress up until we got to that room. And I said, so if I sleep with you, those couple steps that I moved up, like, I'm going back down to how I came in here. You see what I'm saying? So, and then we're in here for personal growth. Like, I mean, I grew a lot. I grew a lot. But if we here for personal growth, then, like, I can't do this. You see what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm going to take you serious and I'm going to be here for you, like, we can't do this. And she was so understanding about that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people are like, what you mean, boy? Like, what you mean you can't do this? Like,
yo, that's lucky how Francesca was. Mikhail's.
Right. Like, yo, like, yo, right. Oh, when it was in the hot tub.
Yeah, in the shower. She was like, he didn't want to kiss me.
But yeah, like, right. But, like, I just realized that, like, I'm like, yo, and that's how I knew. You see what I'm saying? Like, somebody that can, no matter how sexually frustrated we was or how backed up we were, it's just like she understood, like, yo, she wants me to be better too as well. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't just a selfish, like, she could easily been like, man, don't worry about it, you gonna be good. You see what I'm saying? She didn't come like that. So like, for her to be like, nah, cool, like, I respect what you saying, and I want you to be better, so let's rock out. Like, we cool, we can hold out.
Right.
Like, that meant a lot.
So I also recently read, like, super recently read, that y'all broke up since the show ended, and it was like due to a distance thing. So it's like, is that true? Like, is it like over? Is the Rhonda and Sharron thing over? Sharonda?
I won't. All I'm gonna say is I won't say it's over. It's not over. Yeah, it's not over. Like I said, it's many reasons, but it's not over. We still a work in progress, and we're gonna see. Like, we had plans of visiting each other right before the corona happened. So, we're not together, but we're not apart. If that makes sense,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we working. Like, we just trying to be better and see and continue to take each day by day.
Got you. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With prayer and everything else, what's meant to be will be.
And it's actually funny. I feel like things moved kind of backwards in a sense, because it was like y'all started off spending all this time together, and then, like, with the coronavirus and then, like, the distance and everything, now it's like y'all spending so much time, you know, apart from one another.
Coronavirus.
Yes.
I mean, so with the coronavirus, it put a little strain on things, but like they say, time and distance either make you or break you. You know what I'm saying? It didn't break us. So I mean, we're gonna rock. And like I said, there's gonna be more to come. And all I can say is stay tuned. And yeah, it's just weird, man. Like you said, we started so close, and then, but I feel like it's all a testing your faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a believer, so, like, I'm just gonna just let it happen as it happens. Like, we still talk on a day to day. You know what I'm saying? All day in and day out. Yeah, so look at you, swallowing hard, right?
I'm rooting. I'm like, yes, because people were comment creeping on you a little bit when you put "I'm lucky" on her picture or something. They was trying to pick your words apart.
You all in using the songs too somewhere.
I didn't see the comment. Okay. I like write for a 9 to 5. So, like, when I was working, I saw an article about it, and they said you commented like "I'm lucky" on it and deleted it. So I wasn't comment creeping on you. I just, I was just doing my day to day. But I happened to come across, the news.
A little something. Yeah, man. Like, man, I'm blessed, man. That's all I can say. I'm just blessed.
Yeah, well, I have faith with y'all. Everything is gonna work out. I'm rooting.
Thank you.
I'm manifesting it for y'all.
That. I appreciate that.
It was a point also in the show where y'all weren't sure like who would walk away with the money, and a lot of cast members were upset because they thought it was going to be Francesca and Harry who walked away with the money, because Francesca and her obviously broke a lot of rules and cost y'all the most money throughout the series. So would you personally have been upset if like the producers were just like, yeah, Francesca and Harry, like get all of the money?
So I mean, like I said, well, I was cool. Like, I made a statement that, like, look, man, forget the money. As long as I got Rhonda, I'm rich. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. Like, at the end of the day, the money don't make nor break me. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, cool. It's like, I'm a hardworking man. Like, I ain't never need no handouts. But at the same time, it's like, and I even thought this before. I said, even if I won the money, I personally would have split it with everybody, because I felt like my participation on the show and the growth that I made would have been possible without everybody. You see what I'm saying? It was a group effort. Like, everybody was so understanding. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Rhonda put majority of the time in the work, but it was everybody played a part. You see what I'm saying? It helped me grow into the person I am. So if Harry and Francesca would have just won, I mean, it would have been more power to them. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, I wasn't there for the money. So, I mean, I can't speak for how everybody else would have felt, but I would have been cool. Like, all right, we didn't win the money, but look, man, we left with something. The memories, and the memories that we made, you see what I'm saying? Like, just one price, like the retreat in itself was priceless. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, how often do you get to go to a beautiful place, go through these beautiful, like, workshops, you see what I'm saying? Like, have somebody come teach you how to tie somebody up in a sexual way, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, teach you how to face all the problems that you're going through in life and wash them off, you see what I'm saying? Like, and be better, like how to put your past in your past, you see what I'm saying? Like, learn that you can't move forward unless you let go of the past. Like, that stuff is, you can't put a price on that, you see what I'm saying? Like, this stuff that people try to do their whole lives, you see what I'm saying? Or struggle with their whole lives, and we had all of this in one spot. So whether we had won the money or not, I was going to be cool regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would have won the money, I would split it. But if somebody else had won the money and they took it, cool, because I felt like the experience was worth more than money I could put a price on.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a great point. Like, especially like you really appreciated the whole experience, not just the incentive.
Right.
So another thing that I was interested in,
you
like,
came with a question.
Yes. I gotta get it in. So what I want to know, like, what did y'all eat during the show? Because I know, like, a lot of reality shows, like, you see them eating like junk food and like meals, but all I saw was fruit. I'm like, were they trying to keep them in shape throughout the whole, like?
That's all we ate. We ate fruit, baby. It was just fruit and water. Now, we ate good.
Okay.
We had our meals. Our meals is we had a chef, a whole team, to make sure we ate all day, every day. So you see how my abs look when I first walked on. That's not how my abs looked at the end. I was like, yo, and it was too hot to work out. Like, we had a workout machine, like our little bench and stuff out there. But yo, that heat was different. Like, it was different. So, I mean, yeah, they made sure we ate and all of that good stuff. So yeah, we were well taken care of.
Oh, that's good. Because I was really curious, because I just saw, like, even, like, for the dates, it was just, like, strawberries and grapes. I said, that's nice.
Grapes, cheese, crackers. Right, like, yo, what are they eating over there?
I was like, this might be a fitness thing, too. Let me sign up.
Right. Plot twist. This is all y'all gonna eat while y'all out here.
Right. But, okay, and then my last question is, can we expect...
Don't say last question, because I feel like you got like 10 more coming.
Oh, no, because, Zoom time you, so I had to be particular.
Okay.
But, my last question is, can we, like, is there going to be a reunion? Like, is the cast going to get back together, like, at any point?
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, okay.
We don't know that either.
Okay. I think Corona
I guess that's
probably
something
didn't
else
help.
we all waiting to find out about.
Yeah.
So that I don't know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm guessing too, like, coronavirus and everything is holding stuff up as well.
Yeah. I mean, and considering that everybody's all around the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be hard to. So I don't know. Stay tuned though, and if we can figure out something, or if they figure out something, then I mean, your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Oh, y'all could do a video chat reunion. Netflix, sign me.
Okay, look, pitch the idea. Let them know.
Yes, Netflix, sign me.
Yeah.
But
right. Look,
yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. Who would you
Well,
be like looking for? Who from the cast would you like to like reunite with? Like, see, of course, Rhonda, but
Rhonda. Look, that's the only one I'm talking about right
that's
there.
it.
Yeah, Rhonda.
Okay, cool.
That's
cool.
the first day. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's dope though. Like I respect it. I respect it. Keep it on the forefront. I'm with it because that's what I would have wanted you to say if I was Rhonda. So I ain't gonna knock you.
Right. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, Rhonda. No.
Yeah. But thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Stay safe. Through all of these things. And yeah, make sure you guys follow him on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to What's Hot on YouTube. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Peace.